Hi, this is Jimmy Goodwin with TWFG Insurance. I wanted to put together a presentation to help my clients and anybody else out there understand a little bit better what their personal auto policy covers and doesn't cover. I'm not going to go over anything today with the exception of the liability portion of the policy. I will record future episodes to cover different parts of the policy. So let's get at it. What exactly does my personal auto insurance policy cover? Your liability coverage. What your liability coverage covers, it covers damages or injuries that you're legally responsible for if you accidentally injure someone or damage another vehicle or other property while you are driving a vehicle. And it will also pay covered legal bills to defend you if you are sued because of your involvement in the accident that you are at fault in. I'll give you an example. So let's say you're driving, you rear-end another car. If you have auto insurance and you're a covered driver on there, they'll pay for the damages to the vehicle you rear-ended and any injuries you caused to the other driver or passengers in that car that you hit. And the thing to remember is that your insurance will only pay up to the limits of your policy. In the state of Georgia, the legal minimum limits are $25,000 per person for bodily injury, $50,000 per accident for bodily injury. Essentially, what that means is that if there is one person in the car and you injure them, the most they're going to pay out is $25,000. If there is more than one person in the car and you injure them, the most they're going to pay out is $50,000 for that accident, with a maximum of $25,000 per person. If there's four people in the car and you injure all four people, the maximum they're going to pay out is $50,000, and they'll divide that up depending on how bad a person is injured. And they're also only going to pay $25,000 per accident for property damage. If you hit a Toyota, they'll pay up to $25,000. If you hit a brand new BMW that costs $100,000, the most that they're going to pay is $25,000. Let's talk about what it doesn't cover. It doesn't cover damage to the vehicle that you're driving. It doesn't matter if you're driving somebody else's vehicle. If you're driving it, liability coverage is not going to cover you. It's also not going to cover any bodily injury to you or any other family member in the vehicle that you're driving. Not going to cover towing of the vehicle that you're driving. And it also won't cover any rental reimbursement. It might be covered under different coverages, but not under your liability coverage. What levels of liability protection should I have? I tell people you should have enough to protect you in case you kill someone in a car accident. And state minimum isn't going to cut it if you kill somebody. Think about this. If somebody hits you in a car and they kill you, is your family going to be satisfied with just $25,000? Probably not. Also, if you own a home and somebody hits you and they cause $30,000 in damage to your home, are you going to be satisfied with $25,000? Let's say they hit your brand new vehicle and the vehicle's worth $40,000 and they total it out, but they've only got $25,000 in coverage. Are you going to be satisfied with $25,000? Probably not. And there are consequences if you are underinsured. Remember, if you cause injury or damages that are in excess of your policy limits, you are personally responsible for anything over the limits. And there are possible repercussions that could happen because of a lawsuit. They could seize cash that you may have in a personal bank account. And if the court orders, they could place a lien on your home if you own one that could be collected when you sell your home to fulfill that obligation. Or they could garnish your wages and take money up to whatever the state allows them to take. Now, this isn't all inclusive, and I don't intend it to be legal advice or anything, but if you have questions, you can always contact me at Jimmy Goodwin. My number is 706-416-4160, or you can contact me by email, jgoodwin@twfg.com. I hope this has been helpful.